Okay, day 5 on the Larapinta started a bit early.
Larapinta?
Oh yeah, Jatbula started very early. Thanks for that. We're heading towards Sweetwater today. We've just left Sandy Camp at ridiculous hour, stupid o'clock. I think it's 5 o'clock, and which means we'll be there before the other hikers have gone. We had to do that though because there's a guided group that's been kind of leapfrogging us. And it's a fairly big group and they're staying in the same campsite, so unless we want to be spread out in all the dusty sites, we kind of got to get there first. But anyway, we'll get there and have a nice day of swimming again. One thing about walking this time of morning is you get the birds waking up. Alright, sun's well, lights here, sun's not up. We're tracking along towards Sweetwater. I think we've got about 3.5, 4 k's to go. So it's going to be a full day at Sweetwater swimming. The temptation's going to be to want to keep walking the last 4.5, 5 k's out to civilization. We'll see how that goes. But at the moment, the plan is Sweetwater. So we just got into some like sandstone outcrops. It's been mostly dark, but it's been mostly savannah kind of country like this. That's the Edith River, that big thick tree line down there to our left. But yeah, we're basically following that river now for the rest of the walk. So we just stopped for a bit of a break. Joe's gone to the toilet. I'm having a lie down on the track, admiring the view. There's the moon up there. We're about half hour from camp. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning yet. There's some track cam for you. So even in the dry season, it's not all beer and skittles on the Jatbula. There's a few muddy sections. At least you're never far from a waterhole to wash it off in. In fact, that rushing noise you hear is probably our camp for the night. That's not Sweetwater, but it's very much like it. Can't be much further away. Alright, just arriving at Sweetwater. Just passing the do not walk the other way or you'll die sign. And this is Sweetwater Pool. This is another sweet little spot. So we arrived at Sweetwater at around 8. Camp set up. So now we're adjourning to the waterhole for the rest of the day. Okay, so we're walking away from camp, which is odd because we've got packs on. It's not because we're bailing out today. We're actually come up with a plan B. We're going to go down to Edith Falls for lunch and a swim. And we're going to come back via the upper pools, make it into a circuit, and get back in here hopefully late this afternoon when all the day trippers have gone.
For another swim? For
another swim. Yeah, that's the official reason. The real reason is I want a hamburger. So we're going down to the kiosk. It's going to add about 9-10 k's to the day, but that's all right. We've been here since 8 o'clock this morning, so we've already had a swim or two. All right, catch you later. So yeah, so as I said, the plan will be kiosk, leave some rubbish in the car probably. Maybe Joe's going to grab some fruit out of the car, and then we'll walk back around past the upper falls, have a swim there. Probably have a swim at the lower falls as well, or the upper pools, I think it is. And then make this into a bit of a bit of a loop. It's pretty nice day. At the moment, probably high 20s. Alright, so just had our hamburger. Dropped in at the car to pick up some supplies for our last day. Now we're wandering down to the waterfall. We're going back to Sweetwater with a few extras. We've got 2 pool noodles we're carrying, and a chair, and some more food, which never goes astray. So what's the name of this place? I've forgotten. Oh, that's Edith Falls in the distance. We've had a swim, we've had a feed, and now we're heading back up towards our camp out in the bush. We're heading towards the upper falls next. This is a massive swimming hole, this place. It's awesome. We've got a bit of a climb in front of us now. Actually, I should show you my pack. Hang on, swing the camera out. Can I do it? I hope you can see that.
We've decided to accessorise our last night at the campground. So Kevin's sporting a very colourful orange pool noodle, and he might have my camping chair in that pack as well.
Okay, so we're just climbing up to the upper pool. Of course, it's the middle afternoon, so it's pretty hot. We've been looking at these yellow trees pretty much all that time up in the tropics. They're a strange thing. So there's a pretty flower that grows on a bare tree, but now we see they've got a bit of fruit. Not sure what that's all about. We'll find out somewhere. So that's the upper pools. It's fine, so we'll give a swing in this and go to a place called Long Hole. So we're down at the upper falls. It's pretty popular here. Amazing spot, but a lot of people around. Where's the track out of here, Joe? Neither am I. So we've made it up to Long Pool. So it's time for another swim. Looks like post at the upper pool. Looks like we've got this one to ourselves. little beach. Some rocks to put our shoes on without getting sand in our feet, so that will be a bonus. Look at that, how's that? Wow. So we're almost back to Sweetwater, back to camp. It's been a solid day today. I was just talking to Joe, I reckon we've done 22-ish Ks, not including all the wandering about water holes and things. But yeah, it's been a top day. It's been a really good day so far. This little waterfall's about 200 metres from camp.
And this is doing it tough on the Jatbula Trail. Highly recommend carrying a pool noodle if you can bring yourself to put that on your pack. Or maybe an inflatable unicorn, whatever works for you.
This is Sweetwater at sunset. Yeah, come back up. Bring your torch. Alright, it's 10 o'clock in the duplex. I forgot to do a video before. Got the lighting worked out here. So it was a fairly big day today. We started just after 4 this morning. It's about 7 o'clock now. I'm just going to bed, 7:30 maybe. We're at Sweetwater now. We walked up from Sandy Camp. And then once we got here by about 8 o'clock this morning. This was a guided group that was following us along. Then we wanted to make sure we got a decent campsite, a good swimming spot, which we did. Then this afternoon, Joe and I went for a walk into Edith Falls and then looped back out around the upper falls, back out to the track and up past the long hole, I think it is. And back to Sweetwater. I managed to grab a hamburger and a drink while I was in Edith Falls, so that was good. And I grabbed my pool noodle to soak in the waterhole. So tomorrow we officially finish the track after 6 great days. So and hopefully tomorrow I won't have to get up at Sparrow's Fart because the tour group's gone now. There's a few overnighter walkers that have come in. You can come into this campsite from the other end. So there's a few overnight walkers, local people from Darwin. Yeah, so there's probably, 10, 15 people here spread around the grass. But it's not crowded. All right, big day. Walked about 20, probably 23 Ks, something like that. So it was a solid day out today in the heat, plus, a dozen swims. All right, I'll sign off now from the duplex and catch you tomorrow morning.